right, the breaking news that is coming in at this hour is that a plane has caught fire in Japan's Tokyo airport. Japan Airlines flight has caught fire on the runway. The plane burst into flames on the runway. The plane had 367 people on board. It turned into a fireball. Reports suggest a massive fire was seen, as you see on your screens, post a collision. My colleague Samir is joining us for more on this. Samir, extremely unfortunate incident there. Very horrifying and shocking visuals. In fact, Japan has had a terrible start to the new year. Yesterday, of course, we saw that those earthquakes and the tsunami warning. Today, this aircraft with 367 people on board catching fire. What happened?
Yes, definitely. The new year has not got any good signs for Japan, because after earthquake, what we have now seen that aircraft that landed at airport has caught fire. The entire aircraft was set on flame, and the number of casualties or how many have been injured, these details have yet to be confirmed. But the international agencies, they have been reporting that this Japan Airlines flight 516 that took off from Hokkaido airport, when it was landing at the airport, it caught fire. Also, what we are also picking from the news agencies that there are a couple of agencies that are citing that this aircraft that met with the accident might have hit the another aircraft that was there already on the runway. So this is a possibility that might be one of the reasons that this accident took place. But as of now, you see that at the Tokyo's Haneda airport, this aircraft of Japan Airlines 516, it caught fire. All the aircraft window that you see, the flames were coming out, and all the security agencies and the airport agencies, that they were put on alert. Multiple attempts were made to douse off the fire, but the number of casualty or any other such details have yet to be confirmed, and it has to be reported.
All right, Samir, thank you very much for joining us with those details. So we'll have to await more details to come in from Japan as that aircraft catches fire. 367 people on board this aircraft. Extremely horrifying visuals from Tokyo coming in. Remember, Japan has not had a very good start to this new year, to 2024. Yesterday, we saw multiple earthquakes and a tsunami warning in the country. Today at the Haneda airport in Tokyo, this aircraft has caught fire. Samir, my colleague, was telling us that more details are awaited on the casualties and the damage that will come out of this. But as you can see, the fire brigade trying to douse that fire. Details, of course, are awaited on this extremely horrifying incident in Tokyo. The visuals on your screen there, of course, from Tokyo. The aircraft turning into a fireball, really. My colleague Rishabh is joining us with more on this. Rishabh, I was just talking to Samir on this extremely unfortunate and shocking incident that has happened at Tokyo's Haneda airport. What more details do we have on this?
See, as of now, very sketchy details have come in about the incident. Yes, as per the footage that has come in on the official media and official network of Japan, it shows a plane at the Haneda airport where it goes into flames. As of now, very sketchy details have come in. Remember, Japan is still reeling through the earthquake that has come in yesterday. 155 earthquakes have been reported there. And as of now, as we are talking, a Japan Airlines flight, JAL 516, this is the details of the flight that has come in. Japan Airlines flight JAL 516. This was an aircraft that caught fire after it landed in Haneda airport of Tokyo.
All right, Rishabh, we're also getting news reports that suggest that there might have been a collision with a Coast Guard aircraft on the runway, and that's why this this extremely unfortunate incident took place. Do we have more on the cause of what exactly happened here?
As of now, nothing has been confirmed by the authorities at the airport, and it would be jumping the guns to report on that front. Even the footage that has come in cannot ascertain the reason for the collision, if there was a collision in the first place, or for that matter, the reason of the emblazonment of the plane. So we'll have to wait and check on that front as well.
All right, Rishabh, thank you very much for joining us with those inputs. So Rishabh there, of course, telling us that we will have to await more details as they trickle in from Japan. But JAL 516 is the aircraft which is on your screens turning into a fireball. My colleague Ashish also joining us on this. Ashish, shocking visuals there, shocking incident from Tokyo. But so far, as we know that the cause of this shocking incident, this accident, hasn't been ascertained. What we are getting to know is that 367 people were on board this aircraft.
Right. This is, of course, a very shocking incident coming in from Japan at this point in time. And like you rightly pointed out, this is JL 516, which is the aircraft that had taken off from Hokkaido and landed in Haneda. Now, we are still not sure as to what exactly was the cause. But if you see the visuals closely there, it seems like the plane did hit some sort of an object. Whether it was another aircraft, whether it was something else, that has to be ascertained. We're still waiting for the official information to come in. But this is, of course, a massive tragedy that has struck there in Japan. And this is again an incident that we've seen across multiple airports across the world, where the air traffic is very high. We've seen similar incidents also coming from the US as well, earlier as well. And again, this is one route. We're talking about Hokkaido to Haneda. Now, this is a very busy route as well. So there could have been some sort of an air traffic issue or some sort of a communication lapse which might have triggered it. But again, at this point in time, all of these are just speculation. We do not really have the exact information of what happened. But all we know right now is that this is JAL 516 that took off from Hokkaido, landed at Haneda, and possibly has struck another airplane which is already on the runway. Whether this was a fault of the pilot or if it was some sort of a technical failure, that is something that will, of course, have to wait as the information comes in from the authorities. But the visuals clearly going on to show the extent of the damage. We've got three sets of visuals here. First visuals show the fact that this particular aircraft did strike an object and did, of course, veer off the runway, after which it caught fire. And before it caught fire, we of course also see smoke billowing out of the windows, which kind of goes on to show that there might have been some sort of a time for the passengers to be evacuated. Whether that has happened or not, that is a big question, because a lot of people, over 300 people from what we understand, are in fact inside this particular plane. So in case there has been some sort of a loss of life, it would be very massive. And right now we're just trying to ascertain as to what exactly had happened. And that, of course, the third set of visuals that we're seeing about the plane completely being ablaze. So one only hopes that the authorities have managed to rescue the people on time. But from what we understand, this is a massive tragedy that's coming in from Japan, the scale of which we still not are sure of. But the reasons, again, will be clarified only once the air authorities speak up. But as of now, the focus, all the attention right now is to ensure that people there are rescued, and the rescue operations, even as we speak right now, are underway, and the authorities are also trying to assess the situation.
All right, Ashish, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Of course, we'll have to see, wait and watch when more details trickle in from Japan. Remember, this is the new year. This has been the holiday season. People come in and go out. They travel heavily during this season, and those visuals on your screens, shocking visuals coming in from Tokyo. With 367 people on board. Reports suggesting that this incident took place around 5:55 p.m. local time. And the images that have been broadcast on television, even on local news channels in Japan, seem to suggest that passengers were seen desperately fleeing the plane. But we'll have to see and wait and watch, as my colleagues have been getting you the latest on this, on what more we get to know from the Haneda airport in Tokyo. We'll keep a close watch on this and get you the latest on this. But right now, we're heading in for a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned.